AWS just dropped a nuclear bomb on the AI coding space, and it's not what you think. While everyone's been obsessing over Cursor's chat-based coding, Amazon quietly built something that could flip the entire industry on its head. We're talking about Kiro, and it's not just another AI IDE clone. It's a complete philosophical shift that could make vibe coding obsolete. This changes everything we thought we knew about AI-assisted development. July 17th, 2025. You're watching Daily Dose of AI. Alright, so the AI coding market has been absolutely dominated by Cursor's approach. You chat with AI, it writes code, you iterate. It's intuitive, it's fast, and developers love it. But there's a massive problem lurking beneath the surface, what I call vibe coding chaos. You're essentially throwing prompts at AI and hoping for the best, with no real structure or documentation trail. GitHub Copilot hit 100 million ARR. Cursor's valued at over 400 million, and everyone from Windsurf to Replit is chasing that same chat-to-code paradigm. Problem? None of them solve the fundamental issue of moving from prototype to production-ready code. So I spent the last 48 hours deep diving into Kiro, and folks, this is different, really different. Kiro is built by a small team within AWS and focuses on spec-driven development, where AI agents break down developer prompts into structured components, requirements, design documents, and task lists. Before any code gets written, here's where it gets interesting. Instead of just chatting with AI, Kiro makes you define requirements, system design, and tasks before writing any code, and can even create diagrams showing data flow through applications. The technical implementation is fascinating. Kiro is built as a customized fork of Code OSS, the open source part of Visual Studio Code, promoting specification-driven development over the typical prompt-based approach. What this means practically is that every piece of code you write is tied to a living document that explains why it exists and how it fits into the bigger picture. Now, let's talk limitations, because I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid here. Kiro is currently free during preview, but AWS hasn't announced pricing, and we all know Amazon's pricing can get spicy. More importantly, the spec-first approach adds friction. Where Cursor lets you iterate fast and loose, Kiro forces you to slow down and think architecturally. Some developers will hate this, but here's the kicker. The specs stay synced with your evolving code base, so developers can author code to update specs or update specs to refresh tasks. This bidirectional sync is something neither Cursor nor any other AI IDE has cracked. The industry reaction has been mixed. AI Twitter is split between "this is revolutionary" and "this is just documentation with extra steps." This isn't just about AWS versus Cursor. This represents a fundamental fork in how we think about AI-assisted development. AWS is positioning Kiro as the solution to end the chaos of vibe coding by getting prototypes into production systems with proper specification and documentation. We're seeing the emergence of two distinct philosophies: the Cursor camp that prioritizes speed and intuitive interaction, the AWS camp that prioritizes structure and production readiness. AWS believes software development is undergoing a fundamental repositioning with agentic AI, moving away from grunt work towards spec-driven development that democratizes entry and rewards ingenuity. The broader implications are massive. If Kiro succeeds, it could force every AI coding tool to rethink their approach. We might see Cursor add spec-driven features, or new startups emerging that blend both philosophies. The enterprise market will definitely pay attention. CTOs have been screaming about AI-generated code lacking proper documentation and architecture. But here's my honest take. The market will decide, and developers are notoriously resistant to tools that slow them down, even if they're better in the long run. Kiro needs to prove it can maintain developer velocity while adding all this structure. The AI coding wars just got a lot more interesting. AWS isn't just competing on features. They're competing on philosophy. Whether you're team chaos or team structure, one thing's certain: the future of coding is being written right now. If this breakdown helped you understand the seismic shift happening in AI development, smash that like button and subscribe for more insider AI analysis. I'm your host, and this has been Daily Dose of AI.